Check this out, 2023 Nissan Z in this crazy color. Get a load of the new body style. Let's go ahead and show you guys that fox suede interior and the new look on this car. 0 to 60, 4.5 seconds, and it is awesome. So this review off the hook, we're here at Sac City Auto Parts in Rancho Cordova, California, and providing this car for this review. Shout out because they provide car parts. So if you guys need anything for you guys' Nissan or Infiniti, give them a shout out, their number and their address here in Rancho Cordova. We're gonna be talking about this 2023 Z, and we're gonna be talking the exterior, interior, and some specs about this exact car. But before we do, it is not a sponsored video. So if you guys do like our content, please tap that like button, smash that subscribe button, because we truly appreciate your guys' support here at Vagabond Builds at our channel, all right? Now, guys, if you guys have something for us to film, here's our email below. Email us, we could talk details later. And we typically drop those MSRP stickers and price tags. But of course, you're going to have to probably Google that because we don't have the MSRP sticker for this car. Now let's go ahead and talk Z. Now let's bring this car to you and the specs right off the bat. And what are we getting in this car? A 3.0 liter V6 twin turbo engine that they bring over from the Q50 and the Q60 Red Sports and drop it in the new Z's. Horsepower, 400 horsepower, 350 foot-pounds of torque, 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds, everybody. And that makes this car so zippy, so quick and agile. But let me tell you guys something. Being in the whole car scene and the idea of the car industry, you can get a lot out of this engine if you're somebody that likes to build their cars. But the color on the car, for anybody who wants to know, and some more specs on it, it's called Ikazuki Yellow, if I'm pronouncing that well. This car itself does have a fuel coil over suspension kit. Now, we do plan on doing things or seeing or following this car with regards to the build that's coming, a wide body kit build. It's running Michelin Pilot 4S's with the Kansai Astros and same exact inches, 19 inches. Stock exhaust, but they are planning to build here at Sac City Auto Parts. Now, the reason I bring these guys up to you is because if you guys do have a need for your Nissan and Infiniti and you guys need parts used, give them a call. I'm giving them a shout out so you guys can honestly find your guys' parts if you guys don't want to pay like super high prices for your parts. But look at the new front end LED. We left the lights on so you guys get an idea. Super high class, kind of rich. I'm loving the fact that Nissan brings to the market after the 370, brings that kind of premium feel to this Z. Get that load of that signal light. We left the hazards on, bumper sensors integrated, those kind of rectangular shapes in that kind of dark gunmetal gray look with that matte black plastic lower. Nissan stamped in that, of course, gray, that matte gray with Nissan in that white, if you guys can check that out. So it's a bicolor emblem, super cool. And get a load of the shape, the cuts, the angles, super sporty looking, telling me that, guy, drive me, because I'm ready to be driven. Same exact color on the brake caliper in that Ikazuki Yellow. Check out those rims in the 19 inches. That's stamped, the Kansai 19-inch rims. Now, they do come stock with the 19-inch wheel, but take into consideration this is not stock height. You will see a little bit more gap in between the tire. The reason for the Michelin Pilot 4S's is to get more grip on that drive and control, all right? Continuing forward, get a load of this Sac City Auto Parts stamped on the lower side of the car itself in that like matte sticker. Super cool. Integrated lighting in that side mirror with that kind of black gloss look. Two-tone body color, loving that. And that trim, take a look at this trim, just kind of matte silver, hyper silver look with something that is very interesting. 240Z emblem that they kind of bring that nostalgia back from 1969 of what they brought that to the 240. They stamped that there. And also leading over to the rear end side of the car, you got that rear end that comes from like the 90s 300ZX look. Super cool with that LED. So it's kind of older look, yet an upgraded feel to the car with that kind of newer techie feel. Lip coming down for that Air Force, just dropping down that backside. Nissan in the same color as the front. Camera integrated into that back cross panel. Bumper sensors, of course, and yes, this is the stock exhaust, but they do have cool things coming on this car. But one thing I want you guys just to pay attention of how they bring the colors to this car so well. It is so cool. I've always been a fan of the Z itself that Nissan brought to the market, starting from the 1969 over. But let me show you guys something else. I'm just gonna keep saying, let me show you guys something because there's so much cool stuff on this car. Right here on the lower side of that back glass, it says since 1969. Like, duh, they're gonna stamp that. I don't know if you could see that in that video, but it's a super cool feature to have. Now let's go ahead and pop open the tailgate, and there's a little button right here. Pops open that tailgate, and you lift that full tailgate, kind of like the older models. And you still get that same Z look from the older models coming over to the back. Very cool. Z stamped on that rear mat. If you guys want to know what's kind of under the mat, let me show you guys. You got your first aid kit from the Z. Let's go ahead and show you guys some more under that mat. And then you guys just, that cover. And this is what it looks like under that mat for anybody who wants to know, all right? Let's go ahead and shut that. Now we're pretty much done with the exterior of this car. Let's go ahead and talk interior. So now entering the inside of this Z, everybody, right off the bat, once you open that door, illuminated door sill kick plate in that Z, the light goes around the letter Z itself. And when we come in, before we even get in, I just wanted to show you guys, kind of take a moment and breathe in Nissan Z, because the upgraded feel that they put inside this new car. They didn't keep it that simple, boring look. They actually came and are literally competitors with people that are putting other techie stuff in their cars, like for example, the Toyota Supra. But what do we see? You got the leather and the fox suede inserts, perforated look in that same kind of Ikazuki yellow. If I keep pronouncing it wrong, forgive me, but you get that two-tone seating with the bucket feel inside that car, feeling super sporty. They are electric controlled seats with, on the driver's side itself, you got the knobs for like your lower lumbar support area and things of that sort, all right? Now let's go ahead and jump inside this car, get an idea. Now I left the car on itself so you guys get an idea of what the tech looks like and the door panels, all right? Let's start with the door panels. Door panels, we see that they still keep that same look coming over from that 370 or 350 look with that kind of round vent look. Control unit for your windows, still kind of that same nostalgia from the back in the day 350Z or 370. Suede on the door panel with the leather, and the stitching comes in that yellow with that black feel in that plastic right around that bezel. Your steering wheel in that leather wrap feel with the black stitching, black gloss around your control units on the steering wheel. And what does that show us? Is it shows us that full digital cluster. And I'm a big fan of the cluster. Why? Because I like the techie new feel. Now I wouldn't say the new age feel, but the new feel that you're getting quality inside your car, okay? You can control that info card and stuff with your controls on your steering wheel. Right here on the right, you control your windshield wipers, and up top in front of us, you get that kind of nice curvature, the angle in the dashboard that lead us to, of course, the Nissan staple that we see in the older model cars. The boost, the turbo speed, the volts for your battery, and of course, those will move as you're driving and gives you kind of that the car is alive feel. Now, what does the cockpit feel like? It feels like literally it just increases the experience of driving, where it kind of just wraps around the driver itself. Some people complain because it's kind of tight, but honestly, it's not a Costco grocery getter, all right? So if you're focusing on space, you're buying the wrong car, all right? If you're focusing on being zippy on the road, this is the car for you. 9-inch infotainment screen system, touch sensitive. Let's go ahead and show you guys the map navigation look. And it is pretty responsive. Let's go ahead and go over to settings. We could go to audio, and pretty responsive, touch sensitive, very nice, responsive. Again, we can turn on and off the volume or your media system by this knob, and here you will control your tune and push for sound like bass and all that good stuff. Right under that, you still get those same 3 knobs for your dual climate control. That's something that we see that's different, is the dual climate control. For your push on your AC button, the knobs for your fan level, for the temperature for 60, 75, 90 degrees, and in which area you want that air to flow. USB-C plugins, USB-A plugins. Continuing forward, now this does come with the 6-speed manual and the S mode button. One thing I forgot to mention on the specs of the car, the MPG does range or does change with regards to either you're getting a manual or a 9-speed automatic transmission. This being the manual, you get a 18 MPG city and a 24 highway. To where if you have the 9-speed automatic transmission, you get a 19 city and a 28 highway. So big difference because of that 9-speed automatic transmission. Continuing forward, heated seats, high and low, same exact kind of idea from the older models. Kept that same feel and that same look for all Z enthusiasts. That button there for your trunk lid and your controls for your seats. Very comfortable seats. I know the older models kind of had stiffer seats, but these are a little bit more premium quality seats on the bucket seats and softer, everybody. All right, your e-brake is still in the same place. You still got that very nice manual e-brake. I'm a big fan of this when you just, using these cars to like drift. We got a lot of drifters using this car itself. Up top, of course, it's a slick top, no sunroofs. You got your soft yellow lighting with your sun visors and the middle that slides right out. Lighting has a little soft yellow light up top, all right? Now, pretty much, we do not have the MSRP sticker, and typically I would drop the MSRP sticker, but you guys will have to do your due diligence in seeking the price tags and where they're starting from on these cars. We're just bringing you the look of this new car and kind of an idea of how it looks on the inside. So guys, thank you so much for watching our channel here at Vagabond Builds. Stay tuned, keep watching. We appreciate your guys' support. We got more cool reviews and builds coming. Thank you so much, and God bless.